Can fragrances make you confident? I think that ultimately you have to make yourself confident. I think that there's maybe sometimes too much emphasis on fragrances or a lot of things. Anything that you think is going to give you either confidence or happiness outside of your own self will always be temporary. You've got to know that. But yes, of course, I mean, some fragrances now, for me especially, can make me feel good and confident in certain situations. So this is kind of more of a personal video to me, but I'm going to try and explain why, and maybe there'll be some fragrances here that could potentially give you a pep in your step. There could be some fragrances that could give you just a little bit of an edge, or just in general, some of these fragrances really, really do smell good, and you should definitely explore them.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
Lunarosta Scent Private Accord. Such a dark, bitter chocolate, and this gives me confidence right now. It's that bitterness and that tanginess, that sort of combination of two. And that's the thing that's going to hit your nose straight away, and then it goes into this lovely tonka bean infused fruity scent that smells like a lot of different designers. But this one has got that sort of depth and that darkness and a little bit of coffee, and that bitterness really helps when I'm freezing. Ombre Leather, that makes me confident because, a lot of people who I really care about like it. It's just, again, very easy to wear, but it's pushing it. That's more of a commanding fragrance. I think that if people smell it on you, they know that you're not to kind of be fucked with as much. Yeah, and the big thing, it's very striking, but that cleanliness and that softness really, really goes well and is a good contrast to that harsh leather. Lunarosta Carbon, I think that makes me feel confident because of its wearability. It's just going to be mostly any situation that I can wear it in, and because when I wear that, I just know that people are going to like it. If you just want to make a first impression, or you have a little bit of, tiny bit of social anxiety, and you just want to kind of break the ice, that's it, and you just want a fragrance that's going to break the ice and make you smell very good and very pleasant, and yeah, Lunarosta Carbon is completely going to work for you. Rose Barbare is interesting. It's just so sophisticated with the way that the rose works with the spices and a lot of the florals, that it just makes me feel very confident, very sophisticated. And as I could go to like any high class event and I could wear that and I would just totally rock it. I think that Acqua di Gio Profumo has quite rightly become a legend in its own right because of that Acqua di Gio DNA, and it's just probably the maturest aquatic designer fragrance you could ever have, and that really does give me a lot of confidence, of course. And then you have His Majesty the Oud, and that really does make me confident, especially in colder weather, especially in this type of weather. It really does. I love that fragrance, and I think that one of the reasons why it can give somebody confidence, it's not for everybody, by the way. It really isn't for like a newbie. It's for somebody who thinks that they've kind of smelt it all, and especially with ouds, and especially westernized ouds, this is something for them. This is something that's going to challenge them even further. When it comes to having confidence with fragrances in summer, there's two that immediately come to mind. The first one is Dior Homme Cologne. People absolutely love this one because even though it's simple and somewhat one note, it is absolute perfection with the citruses, and it just is such an attention-grabbing and easy to love and easy to wear fragrance. That really gives me confidence. For a more formal setting in summer, if I'm wanting to wear a suit and tie or just going to a more higher class event, I don't want to wear something too heavy, so I go for Colonia Intensa. And just in general, if you want to wear something in summer that makes you feel mature and confident, then Cologne Intensa will definitely be perfect for that.
Girls with their nails done now.
I mean, Royal Oud is just obvious because it's the boss. When I put that on I'm the Boss, you know, it's one of the only creeds left that's actually worth the price tag. Yeah, of course, I mean, how could you not get confidence wearing Royal Oud? That's the question. There's Oud Afghano by Carlis. This is a new fragrance relatively to my collection. This is, of course, an oud leathery scent, but it also has got a bit of a Tuscan leather vibe, but it's also got an Amouage interlude man vibe. This could be potentially as big as Ragba by Lattafa. Million Prive is sexy, fruity tobacco with leather, and if that doesn't give you confidence, then seriously, I don't know what will. Enigma by Roja Dove. I mean, how could that not make anybody feel confident? Especially if they've bought it full retail, they'd have to feel confident by the contract. And how do you make a fragrance smell expensive and so rich like that? It's incredible. I wore this to a Michelin star restaurant and I had to have that confidence. I was actually intimidated, and so I needed to wear something genuinely that was going to give me a confidence that made me feel as though I actually deserved to be there, and Enigma totally did that. So those are 12 fragrances that genuinely give me confidence, and I hope that you got something from it. And yeah, fragrances are fun. Fragrances can make you feel a lot of different things. They are an art form, and they can make you feel sad with certain memories, very happy, very adulated. But these were fragrances that I turn to when I really need to feel good, and I need to feel good quickly, instantly. And these fragrances bring me to myself and to my self-confidence. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. There's fragrance content regularly right now on this channel. Anyway, I'm the Fragrance Prez. I'll see you again. Bye.